Hey guys, my name is Eric Nguyen. I'm a first year at UChicago, the college, which just basically means the undergraduate school. And I'm going to be majoring in biochemistry, maybe minoring in international affairs. I haven't really considered that yet, but welcome to my channel. I'm here to bring glory about UChicago, I guess. This video specifically is the how to UChicago video, okay? So what does that really look like? Because there's just so many ways you can go about that. I'm glad you asked. So there are different portions, I guess I would categorize it as. So there is the essays, right? The demographics, your extracurriculars, your academics, and then I think standardized test kind of falls under academics. I don't know why I said academics first, falls under demographics, but you get the idea, you get the logistics of it. 3 essays, right, that you need to worry about, which is the personal statement that you write for your coalition, a supplemental chosen by one of the prompts from prior years or the prompts for this year. You can look it up, like UChicago supplemental essays, and then you have the Why UChicago essay, all right? And so, yeah, the components are broken down by 3 essays. And then, of course, you have your, like, demographics and just, like, extra info section section where you add, like, any additional information, like whether or not you were doing APs at your school but self-taught. And, you know, there are other factors that you can list down in that section specifically. And so, okay, so there are primarily, I believe, 4 different application admissions pools. So you have ED1, EA, ED2, and then the RD. If you really want to get into UChicago, do not RD. I'm begging you, please do not do it. It's like gamble, okay? Now that right there, that is like the 4% pool. Okay. ED and EA and ED2 will give you a, don't quote me on this, but I would say like a 15% boost on your application, because 1, you are applying early, which means that you'll be in more of a selected pool, and 2, it means that you're just gonna get your decision back earlier than everybody else and not have to anticipate and, oh my god, I'm not gonna get into my school. Okay, so I was like that, guys. But after you get the letter and everything and you start shaking off of your chair and whatnot, it won't be that bad, okay, looking back. It will be bad writing those essays if you are cramming though. So if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior in high school, yeah, even as a freshman, be my guest. Go ahead, write your essays, knock it out of the way, and then have like a peer editor or just like someone that you can trust to like write your essays, because, you know, write your essays, to edit your essays, okay, scrap that, to edit your essays so that they can give you like feedback on how to essentially go deeper into how you can project yourself, to articulate yourself, okay? Because I think that UChicago focuses primarily on values, and so, you know, you can have like really bad test scores and not report them. That you'll get away with. I'm saying that, and then the admissions percentage is gonna be like 2% next year. But yeah, I would say just focus primarily on your essays, okay? You will also need to do a little side jobs like extracurriculars in high school. Just, you know, try to have like leadership involvement in somewhat way, but don't just hold that title. Also, make something out of that title. Okay, what do I mean by that? Make something out of that title means that you're gonna try to find ways to engage with your community, to put that role to use, and to find like new perspectives within that role. So, how to go about that? Okay, let's take a media role, for example, okay? So a social media coordinator at an extracurricular typically would have flyers, just post a lot on their social media platforms for the school club, and will also just take videos and pictures. But that's the logistics of it, right? What are you learning from that? You're learning how to edit. You're learning how to graphically design things. You're learning how to show others how to be artistic. It's so many different perspectives if you take from that one role, okay? So don't take any of these roles for face value. Don't say that, oh, the president is someone who just like loves managing. I mean, managing is pretty vague. It's a starting point, okay? But what are you doing in that role? You are demonstrating leadership. You are sharing your experiences with other people. And how to go about from that, you are developing new ways to solve new solutions, old solutions as well, and just overall making an impact on your community, representing that club as the mascot, okay? That's what you are. You are the head of the club. So yeah, when it comes to extracurriculars, be very mindful of how you want to just go about that position. Because when you go about writing your demographics and what you did in that leadership position, you're gonna need to know, what did you specifically do? Like, did you teach people how to let's say, do debate and speech better? Did you give presentations on how to go about leadership? Did you give just insights and ideas and projections on like how to manage different roles? And so that's a very crucial role. That's just one of the examples. You can do this. Applies to any of the roles that you take on in your extracurriculars in high school. Okay, so to go about the why UChicago essay, I'm not gonna explicitly say how you should go about it. I just want you guys to know this essay is primarily oriented around how you will engage within the community at UChicago. Like, what new aspects or what experiences are you looking for, and how will that bring changes to you and to other people? Okay, so it's what you want to experience and what type of experience you want to get out from it, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's basically the why UChicago essay. Okay, so let's see what I went over. So I went over extracurriculars. I went over the why essays, extracurriculars, demographics. Let's talk about grades. Okay, boom, grades. I wouldn't say necessarily have a 4.0. It's good to have a 4.0. I think just like on average everybody has a 4.0 here because I don't know, we're just freaking smart like that. But there are some people here who get in with like 3.7s, who have really bad SAT scores, but just ACT scores, same thing, who are shy of their, like, just shy and like worried and nervous about just applying without APs or SATs or IBs or whatever standard exam it may be. There's no problem with that. UChicago will not penalize you for that. If you send it, it's a 2 on like AP Bio. They won't consider that factor. They will literally leave it out. But I wouldn't recommend sending a 2 to a top 20 school. Just like I think there's also like a section where you can like list what type of exams you took throughout the year. I did that for my senior year, and they probably saw like the whole list of like 8 APs that I took my senior year. Don't do that, guys. I don't recommend it. Do it if you're crazy like me. But yeah, like you're able to send that list of APs, so you are showing parts of like the academic course rigor that you've taken that are all of high school. So that will be like a direct reflection of your academics here at UChicago admissions. Or yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, if you want to write about campus, do a lot of research. There are like so much like videos about vlogs and like tours and different course catalogs. different course catalogs. Yeah, I guess you can say that for majors. But yeah, I hope you do get into UChicago, and I hope this becomes just a wonderful video you guys can refer back to. And yeah, good luck. Alright, for those who left the video, dang, that's tough. They missed out. But here we go. There is a fourth point to this video, okay? If you stay back, this is why all essays are so important, is because of personality. Be unique, be eccentric. I've read so many like Reddit posts and like stories about UChicago drafts that people put out there. If you do get a chance, read people's sample essays. Please do not copy off of them. That's plagiarizing. That will actually get you deferred. Don't do that to yourself. Read and see what you can get out from it, because I feel like I've read so many sample prompts from UChicago now, to the point where it's like, I can tell if someone's from UChicago and if someone's from Harvard and if someone's from another Ivy League, because we're just so unique. We're displayed as quirky, but yeah, just be unique, be funny, be expressive. Just like how I'm talking right now, how I'm expressing myself. You want to be that person who knows their personality, puts it on paper, and other people can distinguish your personality from other people's personalities, if that makes sense. Okay, so be very expressive on your essay, but also have that balance in between of like what impacts you'll make to the college. You know, that goes for, I feel like that, dang, all this goes for like all the colleges, but explicitly I would say it kind of describes UChicago the most. It's because we take students who just are very expressive of themselves and are able to project that on paper. And so that's why, you know, back to that first point, be very, very strategic on how you want to write your paper. Have balance in between of your personality, but also direct impacts, anecdotes in there. If you want to be funny, put some jokes in there. Be eccentric, be you. That is the main part of just all the essays, and like your whole like high school career, because what are you going to make most out of it? You know, what are you going to do is the question. And so there you go, guys. The 4 points, not really 3, 4. Yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck in this upcoming admissions pool. If you're applying for next year or year after, if you find this video a year after, I'm hoping that you guys also get in. This video just goes out for anybody who is trying to get into UChicago. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys get back from your results. Good luck.